Yamamu nyina ha emmakwa ba United Television so eni. Ye worship house Abeka Junction en crying. Ebraso o memu nsam ne amanone de ye de mamo se kase na channel 360 ADSTV ye kase boy ubenya bi ewo ho. Enmeko bi kita emu yemfa seda ema wo mai. This way chocolate drink me pa ucho de ohia enso hie afi special ice ensuo obia enom ensuo no ede ye de sum ahoho. Your special drinks flavors doso your ginger kakra cola strawberry malt cocktail na ede pa bomodia se ukodwa so a obeto bi edi aba mofra no na omatumi edi djuma se school se ba bia no omatumi anom bi edi amaye ebesika se ma best point savings and loans and afi best assurance ebo chidom enne ene dachi ankwama enyina enmekwe adaroma yede nsem no ebremo yenhwe de wo ba beti ebie omampanyi da John Dramani Mahama say Electoral Commission esiginaye ye besese mumfa enhye kakra mfidie ene edidi djuma nti ekosiesie yasan ababio na ensema obabetie ni ebinie omampanyi da John Dramani Mahama si Electoral Commission eye se afi aba ebetun December bosume ne de toso enso no omo twia ba November wo mo NDC for de enya de a ombetai echie de bia eda na yedaso wo mampanyi dada mahama nakache o se akosomo dam ayiko bie ne ho nsensem a ema omanfo ho chi wo mo no eye ne nwanwa se ede bepem ne aban ne hyeda nya bibi papa bia ema wo mom ko ahochiem no kase na nige ho a na eyade a oboa yakoyilo krobo ewo epoe mantam no emu a awofo chese aza MAJHS eniema tete apansam enkonwa a ebi ni ho enwoma a ebi ni ho achechefo aboi ama wo ho chiom papa aban ne mpanyifo enhwe entumi emrem amanone ensem emu no hungry mampanyi wa resign na wo so resign esan say bemma bi aba beto dwase ono wa hyenkoda amomadi adansi kumu obi ayoma yakayaka de asesi omne omada no bemma na popo na ni agu nkra nso mo nka say enya no kre ekowi ase asa bemma ye ya chena kotum no omampanyi na hunu moba ayi no na omanfo aso ne mu eno ho pressure o de resign ensem no bebre eka we ho mede bema wo obahima afiache esiedo yentie kase no enchiemu Omampanyi dada John Dramani Mahama ono na etu franka hedema NDC amanyuko no se se akobasa Electoral Commission esi gina se afi abaye babeto no otwe hede afi December bosome ne da etoso enson hede aba November NDC omompene so da.
We in the NDC do not find the proposal for a change in date for elections from December to November as feasible nor helpful and will not be supporting same, as we do not believe that this is being proposed in good faith. I know that the minority leader has clearly articulated this position of non-support of the constitutional changes required to enable this to happen. We also wish to caution the Electoral Commission that if it still hankers after also disenfranchising sections of our population at all costs through a misguided insistence on the use of only Ghana cards as the only means of identification for registration, then it had better abandon that idea, because we in the NDC will offer it the stiffest resistance. The Ghana card is a relatively new feature of our national life and has its merits in the scheme of things. At the moment, it is being brandished more as a political tool around which all manner of schemes are being fashioned towards elections. There is the need to allow sufficient time for its full integration into our way of life before this kind of unhelpful exclusion of all other legitimately acquired, credible and time-tested forms of identification are implemented. The National Identification Authority cannot claim to have covered every Ghanaian who should be registered or distributed all the cards printed to those who have been captured in their system. They failed to distribute hundreds of thousands of cards to people who have legitimately registered.
Democracy, Ghana, our strength in unity.
Omampanyi dada John Dramani Mahama si odi yawo se de ekoba se omanfo a omuwo akosombo yekobi akosombo tade no ema wo ho chi won ese japade na dodo na anya ba bianfo muti ato no aban etwentwen ne nansi nyaatwom kwan a ompentem enhwe entua mpatasika ema safo na ose eha adwempa.
Commence resettling the victims. The insensitivity of government to the plight of these victims is unacceptable. This disaster occurred in September last year, precisely September 15. And we're in February 2024, nearly 5 clear months after the disaster began. And clearly, government does not empathize with the plight of the people affected by this particular disaster. 5 months of governmental neglect offends the directive principles of state policy in the 1992 Constitution. It also offends the oath that the President and his Vice President swore at Independence Square on 7th January. Clearly, when the President visited, he meant it when he said that he was only here because of the oath he swore as President, and not because the people of this area vote for him in elections. Now, occupants are expected to remain in residence until a more permanent location is found for them. That is, if government eventually wakes up and comes to the aid of the people of Midday. After everybody has been properly resettled and this place becomes vacant, our intention will be to convert it into a training institution, like a nursing training institute, so that the young girls of Midday and other areas can come here to train as nurses.
Mrashe bedweni ema noton abaton pesua eye honorable Samokujeto Ablakwa ekoba ise akotommo tade no ebuafa so ama omanfo ho ache wom no wasisi adankra bese ahasa ede ma omanfo nse de be ya obenya baabi ede wonti ato achese wo bia no anesa na eno no mampanyi dada Dwondroma ne wahama so akasa e odwumedie na sese e wom so Mrashe bedweni aye bi dia momodie enso saa die siye no eye ennam enipa nsa so enamfom so yete se e bai nti enkoso wo Mrashe bedwem na empanyufo no enye emu
According to NADMO, a staggering 12,633 people were displaced in North Tongo alone. I support the call for an inquiry to investigate what the cause of this man-made disaster was. Because we all are aware that VRA has the capacity to measure the inflows into the lake and is also able to annually project the releases that come from the Bagri Dam in Burkina Faso. And so it should have been possible to know that with the excessive rainfall that took part in the northern part of this country, including the volumes that were expected to come from the Bagri Dam, releases or spillage from the lake should have started much earlier than they did. An inquiry will allow us to learn lessons from this disaster in order that it does not occur again. And that's why I urge the Speaker of Parliament, after he ruled that there should be a public inquiry, I urge him to go ahead and set up the committee, so that a bipartisan committee, so that it can hold a public inquiry. This inquiry must be televised so that the whole of Ghana can see it transparently, in order that we know exactly what happened, so that it will not be repeated again.
Yeko ahomano so ne amane bofo Jacob Kubi atwetwe enkomo e wo wager gbawe yenya ne tie se abato bi ekoso ekowi ase no mentim ho ase ama ne homre so nti Jacob ba de aka no odebe mai ahonfa ma hai
so fa me jusu
bibi aboko
o nyame adom bibi aboko
bebe ugina ne che ne che de ekoso
hello
ahonfa che bebe ugina ne de ekoso
yo mini ka che si ameja eye wager gbawe mini fa asame ho mo a enedi and I'm pinning for iron say, assembly members are yato aba, more better a person no, or more a share a person, say, yes, saw me in. Now, after the mood, now, there's a one of my after honorable. Now, a letter area near Bafaku 14. Now, Ube Piemo, Hana, the was to Fuma. A beer almost to Abano, a harmony, and Kamaya say, a assembly election, I'm on 4 at the Wajin. In the Korea, I 14, NBC for Enya, a move back 10, and I can say a move back action into Aka 9. Now, and MPP 4, so Enya a move 4. Now, 4 no Omunya Muno, and maybe I buying a part a year or no name for there, say, a no the better home, a government apprentice, and no a year 5. Now, you be mu waha and then abra opinion about the sum in ebe mu from say omo nyina mo ye de omo mbra na afi de ye so mu in afi omo be pie mu no and omo hu say government apprentice no instead of 5 no akoye ba kwa 7 na akoye 7 sa na no makoka MP4 de no amana akoye 11 Kodban is a mother to say a NDC for no, and a military, the share hearty, would be almost almost here, Emma, a yes, in Koso. If you know, say, dear, almost suspended media, you will have getting to 1 hour. Yes, I say, and 24 Gusunio Mokasa, yes, I say, your final exceptional on Baya Momo, and not saying the Baka Christmas. If you know, dear, a year, I saw me a year, sorry, almost who do on our year with that Bowie.
Ahofena ka wo hwa figures no e wo say esen etimi ye pe
But I say
figures no sa wo hwa ma e wo say ye pe ana
So who came with CCA? Now, electoral area near 14.
Okay.
But we two abani way, NDC for no enya emo 10. And a back action inquiry. Into the action inquiry in few more. Aka 9. And I NDC for no so enya 4. Assignment mes back 4. And as you say, government appointees, and some Becca Hono, and say 5, but CCA, Oma 7. And NDC furniture say, and yadia the preso. It has some more preso, Sanko for 7, no, Ebeka, 4, no one, Ebeka, 11, no more the doors on a chomo, it's a yadia or Beppany. It's a 5 nanka, Osha or more family election, no, more yanina or more, Manuel Mukita. I almost share to edit to Abana. As I say, about 5 member come and yes 7. In that, in conform you be can one, or more pese, or more Ebeka, why that's all within. And no, and I see Adani to be check a car. A good chef, the best remove baby, a community for.
I offer evidence, Bibiani, I best say about chain. Yamani before Jacob Kubi, Eddie Yamani boy, if you wage by municipal assembly, abaton emo, and a brain, a chebiania, a besan according chain, Naya Kodi, a PM, a day abba. Yenko, and 15 mantam emo, and 15 mantam so for Honorable Justina Marigold, as son, Eddie Atro Metropolitan Municipal, any district chief executives no enim say, and penny for one added dead Dibiahoro anono, de a buo, any dia, a sefata was what the mouth one share, say Adaruma, Obema onsa, aka.
And 15 mantam no so for and unumanyam for Justina Marigold opinion any abanam so for the coupon and mention a hodo no. Coordinating directors and so can be when you with DHL do on sa, efficient as Sapamasi 2024 performance contract no as say. Now opinion edit to win him so one more, no man tapping to me fan and to my perfume fra, never munyam share emra bino. Opinion now so edit to abena musifo na coordinating directors in him say man tapping bit my fan and to my pedi fra, and who be here so what took a say no year juma boom, so cobasa dia, man tamano ebe 2 points and quan cobasa dia, and now when you know ebe enum guasia edia momo.
There's a need for us to gel together. There's the need for us to work together. There's a need for us to stay together. And there's a need for us to respect ourselves. It shouldn't always be that the coordinating director should always come and do yes to you because you are the chief executive. It shouldn't be like that. They are your chief advisors. Listen to them. MMPCs, I'm begging you, for us to be able to deliver the region and deliver it very well, to get all those indicators worked on very well. Please, give your coordinating directors the maximum respect that they deserve. Listen to them. You know this technocrat. I've been there before, and I succeeded because of my coordinating director, Mr. Michel. And I was always listening to him as if I couldn't be right. He was like my arm. And every time the two of us were together, TV through what we do together and all of that. And we succeeded. I am begging you, they are here for you. Use them. They have the technical know-how. They have the experience. Some of us have not worked before. I was in the classroom, throwing talk and everything. I have never had the experience of this public life so much. But I fitted so well because of his support. So please, I'm begging you. Some of you are
Executive Secretary of that import and export ano eye Owura Samson Asaki Aringobit na wode atom panifom da customs division anim say wo munya se kakra amononi nwekuo no na wo ede letters ama wo no wo se ekoba ne sa emmoa enu achi so wo se de edwadie eni dwumadi ho senkan ete ewo port no niemabo ewo soro.
These Lebanese, these Chinese people will continue to bring their goods to Ghana. The only thing is that we are not saying don't do business in Ghana. We are saying that our port cannot be open to you. Surely, if you have shipping lines, especially the shipping lines, they are carriers. When the container get to Tema Port, when the vessel get to Tema Port, and it's bad, and they start discarding the containers, that ends their work. For them to go and doing clearing, undertaking clearing. And the question, if you go to this company, they will tell you that even Ghanaians are giving them their certificate to open. So those Ghanaians who use their certificate to aid these things, I think should be called to stop. And the stop must start from the various association presidents to say, look, we won't give you, if it's a foreign, unless a Ghanaian, we won't give you a letter to custom. And they should tell custom. Custom should desist calling this various association and tell them this company has come, so this person has come. We want you to issue your letter to them to come and you give them the clearance to clear. No, they should stop that. So whoever was coming out of it benefiting, should stop, because I think they are benefiting about it. If they are not benefiting, they will not be pushing people to issue letters to this foreign company, and knowing that Ghanaians are sitting in our home and the chunk of the business goes to foreign. I think my heart bleeds about that.
Port is very expensive. Everybody that comes to the port wants to milk the clients, the importers, and everybody. Standard Authority, Food and Drugs Board, Food and Drugs Authority. I don't see why they allow Food and Drugs Authority to be indexing their charges in USD, when the same government is saying nobody should index anything in Ghana in USD. And apart from that, our port charges is always going high compared to our neighboring countries. If I take my units to Togo and drop them and come by road and pay my tax in Aflao, it's cheaper. So why won't I be taking the units to Togo and bring it by road, pay my taxes in Aflao or Akano border, and make some, and so that I can make some profit?
Shipping lines will be a the ope, will be a mutuous KBR the ope. I'm on my own aboard the body the rate of exchange say one a fixed rate, and then I say 12.5 or forex crampa. About 12.8. Almost more hedge. That is almost here. You say because we into mine a 12.8. Never for mom the money. They won't find my. But about the question, to tell me are we in a mass shipping lines no. Administrative charges contain about 5,000 cedis. She says we contain about 40 footer. It will almost charges in our account. About 12,000 Ghana cedis. 12,000 Ghana cedis. Shipping line wow. And so we try to terminate the answer. We try the cake on. Just say in the boarding or see a higher cost of doing business report in terms of the shipping lines. And so we about terminals.
We would like to re-emphasize that success of our ports relies on the strength of our partnerships. And by working together, we can correct and overcome the challenges posed by the current global economic landscape. That said, we look forward to a future where our collaborative efforts not only navigate these current waters, but also set a course for sustained success and growth in our cherished industry.
Yeko Imani Bofo Kojofuri enchen ewo akokwaso amane bone chese China phobia wo eye galamse no enipa bia koto ahwom so abomtuo ye penchemu kojoma hai
mini aba mejo so ne dini ekwabna wasesa me din
kwabna for you fachemi bibi aboko
boko na so dim
nyankopon adom ye ntie o
yo eye enra na no ifia de ya itwemu ya na ye nyane ntie se ukopim wo akokwaso eno wo ofuase ayedi abatuo empeso aso na se Atimansa district na ukopim wo kromo wono mu a eye mining company bi a eye China for na be bi a omo etu efom agudie iska kokko yi bi ewo honum company ni din de Bianzen Industrial Mining Company Limited na omudumadi omudi na medin kakala omutu efom agudie ewo eye achim akokwaso a no wo ofuase se de medin kakala no na Friday na ye fiada nwumre be se nonso ekono nwotwemu wono ne yenya na ntie se eye akromfa yonfo bi omukita etuo abawura eye mining company wono mo akwako shutu eye abrofo na ewo hono me China for na omutu gold wono mako shutu bi ama etu akeka bia na na odi nti ekopie mu wo ho a na chese enye enyan pa China for mema mienu na etu ekeka wo mu a anu odin ba kokora de sebe ne ntohwe no ye ne hwa no na etu ya ka uhwe sebe omodo ne call hospital wo eye achima benase hospital e wo ho no omu utimi se chese anu edin pa na anu chese ne ntohwe na bana ewo mu nimpo no epie uhu enye se biago ba konso wabo ne nan mutuo ama aka ne sere apenso goni beka se ne ankle ne nan na esi fom no watete no pasa te se nyame afati mponya de se obetimi e de ananti biem di se e bia doctor fo no etwa na eno na yeboru mu bisa se e de ne baaye e no mu ka se bo omo de omo susu ya ne se e amrobe se de ye tie no sa na omo nyina e ka se e amrobe e ne baaye ho no mo a omo ba be wi a omo na China for me no enwumre no mo imagine say omo mpene because no omo de besi ani nanso na am say na Roberts no maboa omo ho nti no omutimi etutu a ebi ka omo se de medin kaka na anu odin pa omutu manye etuo na eprepro mo no nko an omo nsatimi esa kan gold 2 bars chese ebi omu pa so nso sika botin be 10,000 Ghana cedi de aya akonfo atam de ekwa omunchi enya de se yeyewi na yekoya chikakra sa mining company ya omutu efoma gudie wo akokwaso no ebra omo ba akokwaso no na nya de se omanfo no epne etina akoye nchinu ahwe a wonko womra chese enema ekọọso na nsa na omo pne ama omo start aye aduma eba bi me kra na emaburu ni bi se omo nya de se omo te ase enu nti emre bi etwam ya last year mu ho no akonfo se ya akọ ho no mo a enu de nyame fefi a etu anka obi a nenso omo sesa o musika omo digani etu we ye mpra to so mienu enu kra da nchen a emaburu ne wo krom o so da bi omu butimi fu ekọ mining site wo no ma enu nso so mpanifo na ebam enu omo kasa ansa na akoma atoyem enti sa mining company Janzen mining company China for them utimi say omo bre ewo kromafo ne nsa no na afi so akromfo arenfo enso ensa no enei nyamian fafi a enipa mienu China for etuo etimi akeka wo mo a omo ewo ayaresabia eji ayaresa ana odin pa
abna mining firm ho wunim ho
minim ho pa
security ho asem to say
omo security no ukwa no mani omo bodyguard be say nan a omo ewe honum nanso nya de so obekwa ko police ni say dia Ghana police ni a o she police uniform airborne by ebi ni ho sa omo anka say beka omo our self security omo anka sa wo abambofo a omo so empo mafa kromu ofo ni nipa be say ni ensa ka omo kra omo boban ewo honum
okay yanchi obi a ho
adato me neje enya de say only police commander or no war Achimdan division of police edin komo Mr. Ndeni oni ni din ko anya de say o si achi obi a omutrem omuguso a omo ye nhwemu se de be ya omo nsa be ka sa akodie wofo ya omakwa kodi anyambransem ewo ho no
ni impre nu so akoso mining site na amomo adwuma no ma hoti kakra no omuguso eye
die bi kan no de omuguso eye adwuma no na eye efiade ye atwam ye ya asase mi esi ye de ama omo atwetwe so anya de se okọ eho eni ya omo ye adwuma nemu me no so ntre se omo asesa omo fidie de kodie nemu me ye adwuma no na oboni be ka se omo ho ti kakra omo se omo mpanifo omo managers a omo da omo no ene tu akeka omo nti se bia ni jiri se omo hwe se omo ho beto omo kakra anta no mato adwuma so
memu akọ adwuma na omo ye no omo mfa kromhofo ni bi ti se workers nka ho
kromhofo ni bi eno na conference nu ahwe first one by a omo imagine so omo mpene eto omo na omo tena se esi nkonya ema Ghana Minerals Commission crab them ena omo ka se mu betimi ya adwuma wo ho de a ye ji se mafa kromhofo ni bi enti edati me ya omo ye adwuma de ni omo nkrata mu de na nso so metimi aka se ebi omo afadi esa se tama na omo so omo mpene na ni omo so omo apene de na ya ya me se omo afadi omo ye adwuma wo ho no
medase fo ni di eche bibia che yen so a ye besan babio
matimi ni aba
ya mane bofo kwabna fori ono e na wode ensemi efi achem akokwaso e de ebre yen yenko ensemfofo emom nyame ya aduma ukuada e yadofo da enti Ghana Tourism Authority omni Cocoa Board aka abom amache so ma 2024 National Chocolate Week na wotwe no ase omo che se Ghana fo nyina eni cocoa na omo che ase no omo de apomutenetene nante e na ehyehe so e na nu achi no omo cocoa house e ma eniema edi cocoa aye no omo ye hu oyiche exhibition so e wo
so the health benefits and also the economic benefits of cocoa to the country. As a tourism destination, we pride ourselves in showcasing our chocolate to those who visit us. And so we will continue to work assiduously with our partners to make sure that cocoa consumption goes up, that production goes up.
Yes, you know, nanke 600 grams, but I see you drew 1 kilo. But a more hostile, I say, if you say, a easy consumption, a cost more. Ye kase bidimu ye ebi omunua kokokura ye more than 1 kilo di more than 1 kilo by way of consumption. Yensu ni dia cocoa e pa e na cocoa no ahoden bebre wo mu. E ni ma bebre. Nti yi me de asema de bia meka a magusu aka ne se e ya ne di cocoa de wi asisi ye di na nka yare bebre wo Ghana ha. Yare bebre be Brazil. Ebi ase afa na nyina obi oye cocoa product bia oye den a o de Ghana cocoa nkakra ejo so no. Sine be obenya quality no any flavor na wo hwehwe no. Nti omu je cocoa ni free other places. Ebi ase nyina no de Ghana kakra de no awo no ajo so no.
Yako yilo krobo ewo epwe mantam no emom awofo anu dem wo sesa woko Aza Municipal Assembly Junior High School a eho ho a enema nko yio enkonwa ebi ni ho enwoma emma akade nkai nyina abowo mo enti ama enkoda no sede nka wo so mutumi enya gide o mom confidence no ni nyina ayira ama disua ne adekire ayeden wo hwese aban ebe sorry
Aza Municipal Assembly Junior High School yi by emfibebre ni na saa emre sante nyina saa suku yi wo hoyi na eye dotedan ne mpampro na mmofra yi kosuku wo mu a enu ntime ne wo kan suku yi endo wo nkon se wo beko esanse na nipa sere wo mpa ne adan a wotimu yeyi na awofo no ne UTV nsentwerofo kasa ya wo kiresi enu nti ema wo yi wo mafi saa suku no mu esan osere wo ne ade na mmofra ne kon no suku ni nti
first na pampro na esi ha ena nkwala no ko school as I said nie ma sisa they say they almost see them from mom betram first ni dey na enye fine kura na as I said ye mu se nie ma ni nyina dan ha ye pa na so nkwala no muti dem kura na obi twem kura na mo sere
first na enye papa na pampro den edu kura na ensu oba na aye problem bepem na ansana nyamye ya adoma babesi we na mai to me bia omu kwa mbeba na we si mi bibia yira we si maja mi we ubeba nso na ade no ni ho omu hu be ye fi poto
Omampanyin abediachi eye Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia tesa ohawi pe no shesi womomodian anu nsi odan abefo de soron kokora masa suku ise na be ya emofra no entena fia wo behwe so akọ school enu ntime na wo kan wode dade abọ form a onga fia sisi odan America so pa se na be ya obetumi awie ne ntem ama mofra ewo mantem ho no enya so emfa so eyi na UTV nsentwerofo chuben onunyanfo erectete oye MC ya oda yilo krobo assembly no ano ne netwetwe enkomo a
presidential candidate Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia ono ena report we koto nanim efasa school ya okwan ho no o she boss obe make sure say school down we ewo MPP abreso no yebetimi asiesi nti dakrum bi awia na ekwese dampo me one education minister send me message say me hu no na me say o na ekwese da o na say o nim nti me office me call ye na say o dia vice president dia to nanim nie na vice president say dey we yen wie ne ntem nti opese ye nante na bibia ye fine enne contractor ba ya bebo form a ye dey schedule asi na me ogide say bosumi nsia dey ama contractor no o hwese na o speed ne kono dey a obetimi awie asidakase ba konso me dama education minister because me call ho no nye no keke o san dey ade bi ka ho man yes smart classroom ni say dey computers be call schools mu dey a che en kola na dey
Municipal Education Director eye onunyanfo Reverend Peter Ata Belson nso na UTV nsentwerofo kasafa saa suku yi ho
na eya engrofo de seremi Pampro school na mi adom unse Pampro so enshota untumi nko class apart from that na ewia no kra ba windows ne ho ntie etisi classroom enti say building na ukosua de wo no if it is the structure no in papa definitely it will affect teaching and learning.
Nananum himfo afi suppliers and a mine in my foa wo mo ewo future global resources bogosu pistia mines womo aka bom aye oyekire no echi na anso ho omo de petition amma omo MC ye wo Prisi Ahoni Valley na de omo kan nyina ene se empanyimfo omo da mines adwumeko na no omo ye niema troka niema nkoyie e wa adwuma no emokra amma se de nka wose mines ne bon ho so na ekoso ntentem no amma eniema ye basanti empanyimfo nhwe na omrem esanse koba ne saa enwumayefo no mpo yentumi entiomka
Amanda yetim Prisi Ahoni Valley district ayawo no ya bre bend mines no rugu and local suppliers local services ya joint forces with the union na ya candidate abano ombra mbabuayen na yentumi revive FGR so want to me adwuma na FGR entena nchen na new investor ombra mefa na Prisi Ahoni Valley emfa no tumapa emfa na job bending nyina no local suppliers we are dying off bankers education yani workers enye adwuma ye wo education ada asha rate yentumi ntua dia refu education workers wadanian bankers wadanian ana awana ya provide what supplying inyama no when you know wadanian there FGR gunti see why there town nyina ayo sheki into the ayo penny there abano ebebem na wa ba budget mine na mine our future underground our future surface our future into us then na mbebu na yawade ye be gino there FGR one bra maye yen mine no basa na mine ngu wa bra mbebu no ye wa wonde na ye betuma aye adwuma this week community no ayo bogoso na Prisi communities no all around no we ngu there e won paso there mine see for form no o the economic activity bibia ankwado wo proyim wona at the turn world turn bank for na adwuma na ncha minus there o nyimi ansika bia e de be ya beje nanso onam there mine see akofom emre kakrai amadam ndwuma ni nyina akofom daminti community ne say my workers enna won maka ya ho enna sunsun ya wo mi there dwumadi aye di no oya communities no na wato nsafre ende ya maka wo ho na ya present petition emfama yan MC na onye ya member of parliament
ya hwe adwuma no ebegu enti etoto sra aban ne se aban no mfa ne nansi fom na so ombrem se FGR for adwuma na enso ne a yempe versus papa betuma hwe FGR adwuma ne yemfa adwuma no mfama no na ayawudi a workers ni di na hawa FGR de workers ni nyina ade fam no na enye de sense omo nye adwuma nyina omo ye ma omo ye na no omo ye mia no omo ye ofasefo no nti na se enye de na se hwe se ibetumi apɛ asɛnpo masibre na adwuma no atuma fa nanta mpafra.
They have presented their petition to me. I'll also go ahead and forward the petition to wherever the petition is addressed to. I think that the issues of FGR for the past 3 years has been lingering on, and I think that the time has come for a decision to be made. Because if you see what the company is going through, sometimes when you hear purely some of them are managerial issues. So we'll try as much as possible, to send a petition to the appropriate quarters, and then I'm sure over the coming days they will hear the response.
Yeko ahomano eso Michael Akofi mimwa hao.
Yenia efia.
Obafo oboko.
Nyame ti ase.
Abetifi kwan ene ho aba asemi ho.
Me no ka se sa pepepe na tie.
Yentie o.
Yes, ade hye ni omanfo adwadifo ene ahyenkafo a wonom enam eye kwawu abetifi kwan so ene nei. Omdom nsa ekomuti so esu se ebei. Eba ne sen ena nei ekwan no asesa. Na no kwasema kemu ena ban ede contractor eye 40 km ekwan ede ma eye dwumakwa ne dindi Maripona se onyi sa kwan na ebe fa fi mpaye so ekọ nkwatia kofa abesifi krom ekọ nkronkro a eto ato asoso me no ene kase ede yu bepiem ewo ye mpaye so ene nkwatia kosi abesifi kwan so a infutuo se panyam ena cheso manfo and shenkafo adwadifo omo ebro nu saa anso motumi edomu fie mu eno anam so emenei se wo bedun kokko na so peka akwa betifi a agi ye fa odu kosi mpaye so ye din mpaye so ye se ne aka no fa bo ho so be nanti o so to kada so be ye din o ese wa eno so obenya ka ebe kwa agi sa hyentu ade no omoto so bum e de maw anso na watumi e de akọ nkane na nkomoji 18 cedis ene omoji 30 cedis ebi kura weekends no omoji 50 Ghana cedis ansana omotumi de wafin kokko akọ abetifi a ha adwen pa ahyenkafo kyerɛ omobre omotai SSA omobodwent niema bebre yo haw emom enunti enomato ebo no so onam so a wonsam wo sti aso ye saa ansana wotumi de atuo ansana futuo so edebro no enya senkuta no na nam so emenni atemamufo ne adehye ne ahyenkafo ne adwadifo esufra aban se aban da bibia wo bia ne me ha contractor ne mo ontumi mba kwan so no ene so anoma no na contractor ne entumi mba kwan so esansa adehye no manfo tese omobre pa akomo hwe nim se mrekwa nim no anka contractor ndi nsuo begu kwan so e dia mom se ne be ya anka kwan ne kwa nye na semfutuo ni so na se anka betumi afa so sa anka kakaka dia kwa anka bepwa na nso ye nguso mom a emfutuo nkwa ama yade nkofo efie mu nyina aye futuo ai hatin eto masem ye tiawa e de som aban se enche Easter ebeba omanfo bebo mu krom titiri nkwatia ene afi abetifi ni kura to so a kwan ebesomo no se abanhwe na baabi a contractor nam bia kwan ne andakoko road no wonhwe na wonye kwan ne mom na etumi aboa mom kom etumi aheham sanye sadia ebe ha adwen papa ewo kwawu enkwatia ekusi abetifi ede ne mpotemu na amane bono esi
Michael Akofi ebema mo ene ejuma ya manebo a odi manebofo a odi efi ekwemantam esomye eno no yenko amanone ensam emo afrase April bosumi no emo na Pope Francis eye nse obekọ apro e hungry mind no emo enti okọ mampanyi no vac ne nan so na probon mom ko piem e woni de efi a e hungry a okọhwe se de niduafo no ho esitie eno mu na esanse omampanyi wo ho a wotumi na etoda a wo so otumi ehu niduafo ni bi mobonti oye nse sesa na tie de a eni enipa aduonunum 25 bi odi na hu mobra eye presidential pardon no amasafo no na saa 25 no e ba beto dwa the bofo a ewo hungry edit list no eba abonten no na te se opanya be de kira oye director deputy director na ohwe Omani children's home so no ni din ka wo ma ye hu ommobo apade ne wo mo no eho e no manfo ne sitofi akwa ye mpene opanyi we de senko won se omampanyi hu mobro na de enti a wo mo kan sa ene se panyina na oda children's home ano e wo hungry no osese nkoda ni bi edrepi bi yo mayakayaka de enti sa panyi ne mrasod mu oda efiase mfinhia nwotwe ena esanse na bedi ekire no so ebo ni chidom eboa no ma odi sa adwuma ni nti ono so kodem emfie miensa enti omanfo ne se eba ne se na so omanpanyi ehumobro ebeso nipa bi so a abedi ekire okodem fie miensa na anu ade ye no ono ehumobro ni bi eso ne so esanse ebra odi adanse na ohye nkoda a yato omumo na ne ayoma yakayaka de ne se omuntwantro nka se ne boss no anya omohwe na chese sa akwan no so watietia nkoda ne fa ahudie so ade ehumpo ahye wo mumu enti omanfo no bo afu atente sukoko e de ache omampanyin denden ne se na omfo na dwa ento eno no omampanyin no vac ewre wo hwema pressure na no odin ento hwedin no se ampa sa me de pardon ema abranti a nanka eni kwa sa me de ema ne ntino me de medwa ato se hungry mampanyin afedi etoso mienu ode chempa amommanfo ni nyina se eyemfomso e na okobae e wo ne humobra ode ema nipa bi mu ekobae se deputy director ema children's home eka ho enti ommanfo no emfa enche wo mo eno eti kodanso a osoafo a no hwe atenten ne ho nsem so ati so no de ne nsa hye ase esan we so mampanyin sei se ankofo aduonunum we hu ommobo yenya wo no pressure ni bia kono so e ma ekowi ase ono nso ode nadwa ato ho e wo hungry mind no emu nti se ye ka sei hungry for omuni omampanyin afei e na so mbekọ omo hyehyem na de sefata omaye na abato obi o se so kon befa so no omahwe atumi aye ntutu ya ombenya omampanyin a obehwe omai no eso ye jina we so ye beji aboafo nkrato e ba bongo di fara e de agopama so ensem ebeba ye nkomra sisia